Hi everybody, welcome back to another segment with Dave and myself, and we're going to show you, we just showed you how to make a nootropic formula. And a lot of you've got metals, nanoparticles are absorbing in your body from chemtrails. Nanoparticles are absorbing in your body from the food you're eating because they're putting titanium dioxide in a lot of the food you're eating, like your bubble gums and anything that has a white agent coloring to it, that usually has titanium dioxide, which you shouldn't be eating because that's like eating asbestos. But anyhow, so we're going to show you how to make a chelator. What is a chelator? A chelator is something that goes into your body and pulls out toxic metals or minerals. Doesn't discriminate. When you use a chelator, always remember that if you use a chelator, you do it 1 week on, 1 week off. The week you're not chelating, you are adding minerals back to the body, because whatever the body strips out has to be replaced with things that's going to build it. For instance, if you're using iodine, iodine will pull out of your body mercury and aluminum. Some of the things it pulls out. Kills syphilis as well. If those of you who have syphilis, iodine will cure syphilis. And if you get a medical guy say, no it won't, yes it will. Yes it will. And that goes back to 1875, and they used to treat brain syphilis with a combination of mercury and iodine, which is an ingenious way of doing things, because the mercury carries the iodine into the brain, and then the iodine kills the syphilis, and then the iodine takes the mercury out. Pure genius. Too bad today's medical people are so bloody stupid. They used to have things that cured, but today, who knows? Who knows? Okay, now, the chelating formula that I will show you, the reasons why I'm showing you this is because of what it does. Okay, we're going to have MSM, you're going to have vitamin C, and you're going to have sodium EDTA. Now, it doesn't matter if it's sodium EDTA or calcium EDTA or magnesium EDTA or potassium EDTA. Use whatever you can get. They will all work. They will all pull stuff out. I like salt. I like sodium because sodium penetrates the cells where nanoparticles get embedded in your body. And this will go into your body and start to pull these things out. Now, the liver takes a beating. Okay, so now you got to take things that are going to protect the liver. So what are we going to use? We're going to use sulfur and we're going to use vitamin C, because both, when combined, also act as chelating agents. Okay, MSM converts to methionine, which then converts to NAC, or the cysteine, which then converts to glutathione. Hey, win-win. Vitamin C supports interferon levels in the liver. So you have a win-win combination here. So okay, we're going to do this again like we did the first time. We are going to formulate this. Let's see how I got it here. Okay, we're going to go 80, 30, 30. Now, this is, again, one way, not the only way. You can tweak this any way you like. You can go up with any of the components, or you can go down. Maneuver it, manipulate it any way you see fit. Okay, I'm just going to give you a guide, a little narrow window for you to see how to do something, and then from there I expect you to become inventive and creative and expand your horizons. Okay, I'm not asking you to follow me or to be like me. I want you to supersede me. I want you to excel beyond me. That's the whole thing here. And then I want you to be able to share that information with everybody you know, irrespective of ideologies. Okay.
When you said 80, 30, 30, 80 milligrams, 30 mil.
We're going to go 80 grams of...
80 grams,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I think I read the label. What am I doing? I just put a brain thing in my head there. Oh, no. Okay, where the heck did that go? Just had it here. Oh, it's right there. No wonder.
Similar packaging.
Yeah. Ah, now you got it. Okay, I was wondering why that was so rough, right? Okay, it shouldn't be. Yes, mad scientists, we're all low kind of thing, you know. We get caught up in what we're doing and we forget about reading. Not reading things sometimes. That's when things have a tendency to go. Alright, now, let's turn this handy dandy machine of insanity on here. Ah, click, clack, bing, bang. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're going to measure EDTA. And somebody might ask me on the YouTube, why did I use this ratio? Because this is what I've seen work. Now, again, what I'm showing here doesn't always work for everybody. Now, this is a given. There are some things that just do not work for certain people, for a lot of you. Probably, I would say 80% of you will probably see a benefit in this. And that's not an exaggeration. 20% of you probably will not. Now, the reason why you may not, it can be for a whole list of other things. You may not have certain components in your body you may be deficient in, maybe enzymes, minerals, or whatever you need to convert certain things. Sometimes you might have to boost that up. Sometimes you just got such a loading of certain things in your body that you have to do something else first. Some of you are so weak and broken down that you have to start off with things like homeopathic or energy type healing things. So again, there's a lot of reasons why some things don't work. Okay, it doesn't mean you can't fix it. Okay, just keep that in mind. Just maybe this particular thing may or may not work for some of you, and I'm just giving you that so that I'm not trying to blow sunshine in the wrong parts of you. I'm just trying to let you know that for the most part this should work for a lot of you, but it may not always. Okay, now, so now they got pure vitamin C. Dun-da-da.
Maybe this is a random question. Where do you get, where does the average person get, the EDTA and things like this? Specifically health food stores, or?
No, well, you can get them already made in health food stores, but if you want to make them yourself, you have to buy them in bulk places, okay? I got this one from Pure Bulk. I was looking at...
Is that online?
Yeah, it's online. I was looking at, what's the other one? Amazon has stuff online too. Shop around. Seriously, shop around. I mean, Pure Bulk is convenient. They're there, but sometimes they're pricey, and, they are pricey, and so you just have to... Oh, I didn't get enough. You have to sort of take that in consideration. Sometimes you shop around and you'll find a better deal. Sometimes you won't. Sometimes Pure Bulk is the better deal. So again, and I'm not taking anything away from it. I think they're a good company. They seem to have stuff. And everyone's always telling me, what about this stuff coming in from China? I always tell people, what isn't coming in from China? Seriously, people get caught up on some of these tangents. And, they worry about China. And they don't worry about America or Canada, for genetically modified foods and the non-labeling of GMOs and, vaccinations and all these other pollutants that they're putting in people's bodies. That's okay. All right. Put that in here. Okay, so that was 30 grams. And now, MSM. Now, you can get a lot of this stuff, believe it or not, from animal places too, because their stuff is just as good, if not cleaner, than some of the stuff in the health food store. Stuff in the health food store has become a joke these days, because they're adding titanium dioxide to some of their pills. Drug companies have bought them out, are buying them out left, right, and center. I mean, they can't take away your access to vitamins, and they're going to control what you put inside of you, and they're going to contaminate what you're taking. And they've been already doing this. So again, this is why this is why I'm showing you how to make your vitamins and then how to determine how much you're putting in there. All right, so here's another 30 grams here. So we got 30, 30, and 80. Okay, now, what we'll do is give it a bit of a whack, loosen it up a bit. See how it's flipping it up and coming down? It's mixing, okay? So again, give it another whack. Get that stuff on the bottom, give it a bit of a shake there, Okay, we'll do it one more time. There we go. I have to let that sit just for a minute because I don't want to open it up and start gagging in front of you and say, there's a health food guy dying there. Okay. All right, me and Dave cheated on this one. The first one we did it the whole process, but we already loaded the tray. And they were saying I'm making some innuendos there, so I figured we're not do that anymore.
No, they were.
Dave was getting excited.
People have to go back and figure out what we were referencing.
There you go. Just gotta make sure I have to look at the videos there. All right. So here. So. Oh boy, this is fine. All right. Ta-da! Look at that there. All right. Now, like I said before in the other video, if you cannot buy one of these things, no big deal. Say you're living in some countries, in Europe or wherever, and I'm surprised really because I've been getting a lot of Europeans contact me. I'm surprised that you guys cannot get access to some of the things that I assumed you could. Now, I have a buddy of mine in the UK, his name's John, and he's got a webpage out called health-access.com. And he's got a lot of my information I'm producing on this side of the Atlantic, on that side of the Atlantic. So please go check out his webpage, www.health-access.com. You're going to get a lot of this information on that page too. He's using a lot of my stuff, and I told him go for it. I would encourage any of you as well, wherever you are in Europe, Middle East, Far East, wherever, Near East, South Africa, North Africa, wherever you are, Canada-wide. If you want to use my stuff, go on my webpage. Feel free to download anything that's there. I would encourage you to download stuff off the media player I've got there. Become acquainted with health and acquainted with the agendas that are going on today, especially under Agenda 21. Alrighty, here we go. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Whoa. We didn't miss any. So, here we go again. So, load up the gun. The gun is you. So you're putting these bullets inside you so that these bullets will go inside and remove nanoparticles. What are nanoparticles? Nanoparticles are metal particles that will actually penetrate the membrane of the cellular integrity. These things can penetrate blood-brain barrier. These things can penetrate organ tissue, cellular tissue. They stop the replication and the duplication of cells in the body that need to reproduce and separate and split. They stop the actual promotion of health and life. They go into the brain and they cause and organs and shut down the functionality of these organs. These nanoparticles can be a host of particles from gold, silver, barium, aluminum, which when they get in the nanoscale can be extremely lethal to a human being. A lot of the more gallons issues that people are dealing with nanoparticles or nanopolymers that get inside the body and then start to bind with the cells and start to replicate. You have biofilm and you have metal components which are combined together to overwrite your DNA. This is what it's designed and its intent to do. Eventually it will turn you into something you're not meant to be, an abomination. So be aware of this, that this can help in the reduction of nanoparticles or metal components in the body. And this is why I'm showing you how to make this so you have a means of defense against some of these attacks that are coming on you. And some of you work in factories and things in which are exposed to high levels of metal toxicity. And again, this can help in alleviating some of the buildup that's in the body. Now again, when you use these things, you have to be aware that this is going to strip both the good and bad components of metals or minerals in your system. So you have to replace the minerals. In replacing the minerals, that in of itself can help push out some of the toxic metals that you have accumulated in your system. So again, I'm showing you this. See, you guys are going to be all orthomolecular people. You're going to be doing things. Now, you can also take things in your diet. Now, I'll give you a simple little chelating formula that actually has a lot of chelating power. And it's very cheap, very inexpensive. What you need are 2 apples. You peel the apples, unless you live on a farm where they're not being sprayed. But you peel the apples, and then you take 1 whole onion, red, white, whatever. The red onions have a higher concentration of the polyphenols like red wine. And you blend them together, put a 1/4 cup of distilled water, reverse osmosis water. Blend them together, and then what you do, you turn that into a mush. Now what happens is, that mush releases the pectin in the apple, releases the quercetin in the apple and in the onion, releases the sulfur in the onion, and this will allow this mix to go into the colon and pull metal and toxic waste out of the colon. where a lot of the genetically engineered bread that you're eating sits and resides and thrives and grows. So this will help pull out a lot of poison metals in the system as well as radioactive material. Since you are being exposed to radioactive material, thorium, uranium, plutonium from the chemtrails, this can help in the reduction of doing this in conjunction with taking baths made out of borax or baking soda. Okay, there you have it. There you have it. Now, for those of you, again, other countries, another cheap way of chelating this section here, okay, this region, is take 2 apples, peel them. Unless the apples are not sprayed. If they're not sprayed, use the skin. If they're sprayed, take the skin off, because they're usually loaded with waxes and all kinds of other crud. 1 onion, chop them up, put them in the blender, put a 1/4 cup of distilled reverse osmosis water, pure water. Nothing in it, don't add no crap, don't add any mineral water, do not any tap water, do not buy any specialty waters, they're a waste of money and a lot of bullshit, all of them. Anyway, put them in there, turn that into a mush. Be like an apple onion sauce. Then use about 3 ounces several times a day so that it will go down in this region here, okay, and will pull radioactive material out of the body. It will pull metal out of the body. Quercetin and sulfur will repair damaged colon. So those of you with IBS, Crohn's, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulosis, this can help in healing that region, okay? And don't forget, onion converts to MSM, which also heals the colon. And by consuming yogurt, kefir, muslanka, sour cream, butter, okay, anything fermented, cottage cheese, can in fact help in regrowing a new colon. So anything that's been damaged by the genetically engineered breads and grains that you're eating and the grains themselves, by abstaining from the grains and consuming these foods, you can actually restore colon health. Okay, there you have it. You have now made a chelating formula. You guys now are going to be rocket scientists. Now, let's figure out what we did. All right, so we took 80 grams of EDTA. We took 30 grams of MSM. We took 30 grams of pure vitamin C. So the grand total, 30, 30, 80 is 140. So you take that 80 grams and again divide it by the 140 and you get 0.5714 times 700 gives you 400 milligrams of EDTA in that capsule. 400. Now, we had 30 grams of MSM. So again, take the 30, divide it by 140, we get 0.2142, which is rounded off. Again, times 700 milligrams gives you 150 milligrams per capsule. The vitamin C was also 30 grams. So again, we do the math on that, and you get 2142, which times 70, which gives you 150. So you have 400, 150, 150, 700. Okay? There you have it. I think Dave's already filmed this at the beginning. So now you can see how to do it to get the equations you need. And again, this can be done on anything you're putting together. Now you can make your own vitamins, clean vitamins without crapping them, and you can expand your horizons. Like I said, be creative and inventive. All right, there you have it. You just made it. You're an orthomolecular health guru now. You're out there making videos and you're sharing the health with everybody. All right, to your next segment, to your health.